All right, we're out here at Ed and Hannah Minter's house. We're going to be doing some siding as well as windows for them. Doing a complete tear off on the siding. We'll go back with the quiet brace, the Tyvek, and then our Hardie siding system on top of that. We're going back with the Cedar Mill Select 8 1/4. We are doing a fascia. Let's see. We are doing a fascia overlay and just doing basically a reconditioning of the soffit. So that's pretty much our scope of work. We got an 8-inch fascia. We're not doing anything with the drip edge. You got a nice composite heavy-duty roof on there, so we don't want to disrupt anything there. Any flashing that's necessary, because we got so much kind of different pitch and everything going on. A lot of sidewall that dies into roof line. We will provide any kind of Z-flashing stuff that's necessary, but other than that, basically we're looking just at a straightforward job, and then doing a, like I said, basically prep, caulk and seal on the soffit and paint it, and then a fascia overlay on the fascia. So starting over here above these windows, we got some area there that will all be addressed as well. Look at obviously, doing the windows first, and then coming back with the the siding. This window here, all these triples, there's 3 of these triples. We're going to gliding picture windows there in the 1-to-1 ratio. So that's what we're looking at there. You can see up here we got some sidewall that dies into the roof, and then sidewall that dies into roof. We got a couple corners like this one up here that have separated. Doesn't look rotten, but it definitely is separated, so we'll nail that back and get that all in good integrity, and then continue on with our fascia overlay with the Hardie. Got a little capping here above these set of triples, and you can see it's a 59-inch high 1-to-1 gliding picture window. Front door, we're going to R&R, remove and replace, or remove and reinstall, I should say, this storm door, retrim it in a Hardie 1x4, and then basically do all the siding behind it as well. This window is going to a gliding window instead of 2 singles. We'll do the little capping above it. As you can see, the fascia looks to be in pretty good condition. It's that big old thick 2x8 cedar. Soffit's in good condition. There's just some separation on the H-mold, stuff like that. All these little joints, that's your H-mold. But we'll go ahead and caulk and seal that. We'll nail anything up that's sagged down or fallen down, and then we'll go ahead and caulk and seal everything and paint it, and it's going to give you all the mileage you need. This garden window is coming out. We're going to a gliding window. This window here, these doubles, and this is a recent change, so make note of this, Jim, is that these doubles here are going to a gliding picture window instead. The one I'm looking at right now that's just opposite of the garden window. So that's going to a gliding picture window. These little caps above, you can see the vertical capping above the windows, will all be Hardie plank as well. Then we got this massive wall, again, more sidewall dying into the foundation, the roof line. We got that area up there. We were talking about that, how the designer of this house really stretched the limits of his creativity with all the little walls and spaces and cutouts and everything else that he went to. So again, more sidewall dying into the roof line there. And then we come over here, we got 2 singles above the garage. We're doing a garage door wrap, and all this siding will be nice going to a horizontal too. We can get rid of all these flashing marks where either it's just been done because it's an 8-foot seam, where the boards end, or from repairs. I see a little bit of both, so it'll be nice going to a horizontal. This is Rocky. He's my buddy. So we'll go to a horizontal and get rid of all those seam marks. It's really going to look nice. Coming around here to the back, same thing as the front. We got a lot of angles, a lot of cuts, a lot of interesting stuff going on here. So we got these 2 bay windows. Well, they're not really bay windows; they're little bump outs with the windows in them. But this again will all be the Hardie plank. Again, important down here is the C-channel flash. Anywhere that we have that sidewall siding coming right down to the foundation like that, we have to make sure that that's flashed so we don't have any kind of water infiltration behind the Hardie. Up there, you can see up top, back there, it extends back. Let's see if I can get it on here. It's almost like a little half gable. up in there you can see. Again, this deck here, Derek's going to look at doing some work on for him. Derek, the scope has changed a little bit, where before we were talking about extending it, the previous emails that I sent you, we're going to keep it the same size. We're going to demo the existing deck and railing. Look at that, the roof membrane on top right here. There's a roof and then some void space that's just, you know, kind of furred out with 2x, and then the actual decking. So what we're going to do is basically get rid of the decking and the railing, inspect the roof, and make any repairs that need to be done there so it's waterproof. There have been leaks. The underside of that porch ceiling is gone pretty much. So, and then basically he wants to replace the decking and the railing in the same size and the same footprint with like a Trex. So that's the new scope of work, Derek. And there you can see the roof line. We're not doing any kind of integrated roofing or anything as we talked about. It'll be pretty much just what it is now, size-wise and style, just with better materials. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Again, more sidewall here. All these 5 posts here, columns, we're going to paint all those, the siding color of the house. This post right here, Ed is going to buy a new post and we'll put it in for him. That's kind of new to the scope of work as well. But this post will be replaced. Ed will purchase the post and we'll install it for him. All other windows, doors, everything in siding is going to be retrimmed, flashed, and sealed accordingly. So here's our other triple. Here's our other triple here. This storm door will have to be removed and replaced, reinstalled, excuse me. We'll retrim that door and then reinstall the storm. This door and this door back in the corner here are both being painted, as well as this rear garage entry here. All 3 of those doors will be painted the new siding color. Color console is going to be important here. As far as a suggestion, we talked about going to maybe an alternating trim color around the windows and that, just to give the house some more pop. And that'll be part of what you do with them, Deb. Underside here, the porch ceiling, you can see how it's rotten. So I did account from basically this beam, this break, on over this way will be Hardie porch. We'll get rid of that rotten stuff and fix it all up. We'll probably do a smooth because it's like an MDF up there now. It's not an OSB. You can't see the chips or anything, but we'll do a smooth porch ceiling so it seams up nicely with what's over here. But again, just from this, basically from this post this way is where we'll be doing the porch ceiling. Again, the capping over the windows up here will all be replaced with Hardie. The capping above this door and this set of triples will all be replaced with Hardie. And then we got another wall right here that will become Hardie. This door and this door will be retrimmed in Hardie 1x4. Underside of these, this side of the porch here, that will also be painted the new color. And then you can see up there on the facing edge, that's kind of what we were looking at before. There's siding on this facing wall here. There's siding up in there too. So that's also part, you know, all the siding on the house is covered in our scope of work. These windows, that's going to stay double hung. This is going to a glider. And again, there's a split there where it looks like they tried to scab in some fascia. It's not rotten, it's separated. It will be rotten soon, but we can go ahead and hopefully just, it looks like the wood's in good condition, just tighten that up, this seam right there, tighten that up, seal it, and then continue on with our fascia system. And then over here on the left side, it's really all we got. We got one more window here. These are both that glider that we just looked at right here. This window and this window will be tempered. They're in a bath area, so those will need to be tempered. Electrical boxes are all in rock, so we're good to go. Chimneys rock, we're good to go there. And then basically all we got is this little skirting and the surround on this window in Hardie. And then otherwise we're just looking at soffit and fascia. Again, nothing with the drip edge. The drip edge is under a metal drip, and the roof is in good integrity. Actually, coincidentally, they had soak up out to look at the roof. So he told them that everything's good to go. So they're not going to be replacing or having to replace that roof. It's got a good drip edge, got a good metal drip. We just want to leave that alone. So that's what we got. I'll get in touch with you, Derek, to coordinate that for them, and then if a follow-up trip is necessary, then certainly you can schedule that with them. But again, I think we're all set. Color consult obviously is going to be important for them, just with some suggestions on color. But I just can't wait to see the finished product. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. It'll be a complete makeover. So that's what we're looking at. Ed and Hannah, really appreciate the time with you guys, and not only the time we spent the other night, but just in the follow-up conversations, and then come back out today to do the video. And we really, really look forward to working for you guys and really appreciate your business. We'll look forward to being in touch soon. Thanks so much.